call?
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Would you please stand and salute the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I need a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Okay, I have Eric and Tracy.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. I'm going to turn this over now to Ms. Della Rocca. Are you there?
I'm here. How are you guys?
Good.
We're here.
Very awesome doing it this way. It feels like a class, except for I can see your faces, so that's very unusual. So I'm here tonight to inform everyone about the 22nd High School Regional, which happened during March and April. And this year we sent in 25 works of art, and 6 were selected to be part of the exhibition. 22 schools entered this show this year, and only 100 works of art were selected. So that is very exciting that we had 6 out of the 100. And even more exciting is we received 2 honorable mentions for the students' work that was submitted. So I don't know, can you flip through it? So this was Ava Anderson. She is a 10th grader, and it's an oil pastel that she made in drawing and painting, and it was a portrait project where they were able to do whatever they wanted as long as it was a portrait. And Caitlin Connors, she is a senior, and this is a dry point etching from printmaking. And it was a collage project that they had to figure out how to translate into hatching and cross-hatching. It's hard to tell from this picture. Tess, also a senior, and she was in the same class and made another etching. And you can see that the 2 young ladies had very different styles and subject matters. This is Victoria Mail, and she is a 10th grader. This is purely black paper, and she cut the design out of the paper, and then we laid it onto a white piece of paper to create the image. So it's a very challenging process.
Very nice.
The students also loved that I stole all of their pictures off of School Tool. This is Anna Goyes, and I think Anna was in the meeting. She is a senior, and again, this is the black paper with the white cut out of it, and you can see that Anna and Victoria took this process very differently, whereas Anna took away the white to create the design, and Victoria took away the black to make the design. So it's really interesting to see how the students solved the problem of this assignment. And then this is Finn Kostic, and his is a digital photo that the students needed to take pictures of the world around them and abstract it so that you would have to take a couple seconds to figure out what it was that you were looking at. And both Finn and Anna were the students who won the honorable mentions. I don't know. That's all I have to say. If you have any questions, I'm here, and Anna is also here.
Beautiful work. Very nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. They worked very hard, especially this year. Yes, they're awesome kids.
Yeah, they are.
Thank you, Gail, for the work that you do.
Thank you.
Okay. Tammy, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay, we have a second accolade that's not on the agenda, and this comes from our New York State School Boards Association, and it's a recognition program designed to acknowledge school board members who strive to continually expand their governance, knowledge, and skills. And the recognition program is comprised of 4 achievement levels, which are reached by accumulating points for participating in their various training activities. and they have recognized our Tracy Young.
Oh,
So we surprised her by not putting it on the agenda, and this is for participating in school board's leadership development training. And at this point, you'll have a total of 75 points for all of the classes that you have taken.
Congratulations.
thank you.
Wait, let's get a picture.
Oh.
Gonna stand right behind the column?
Because it's in portrait mode. I'll do one more. 1, 2, 3. Yes, you're smiling other than your eyes. Yeah, we're smiling like crazy behind here. It always kills me. Thank you, Tracy.
Okay, open forum.
All right, let's check email. I actually did not open up YouTube yet. Tracy, are you on YouTube?
Yes.
Nothing on it? Okay, thank you, Scott. No hands raised in Google Meet, so we'll move on to the next.
Nobody's,
And they can ask a question if anybody has any comments or questions. We will do open forum again at the
okey-doke.
end.
I need a motion to approve the minutes from the meeting of April 12th and the meeting of April 20th, the Questar annual vote and election.
Okay, I have Duncan and Dave. Thank you.
Any discussion on any of that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the finance reports for the month ending April 30th.
Okay, I have Ray and Duncan.
Any questions on the finance?
Just a comment, do we still need all 3 P&L for the cafeteria? Or is there, say, 1 report, just so, Janet, you don't have to run 3 reports every month? It's just a thought, if you want to take a look at it and make a suggestion or recommendation for us.
We have to do the appropriation status and the revenue. The P and L, that's for your convenience, so you could see the full picture.
Okay, all right, so the other 2 are required.
Yeah,
All right, I tried.
that's okay.
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to accept the Committee on Special Education recommendations.
Okay, I have Jay and Tracy. Thank you.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the personnel agenda.
Okay, I have Ray and Eric.
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the 21-22 school district calendar.
Okay, Jay and Duncan.
Any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the school improvement and district goals development calendar.
Okay, I have Eric and Ray.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the updated 2021 school calendar.
Duncan and Eric.
Any questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to award the refuse removal bid to County Waste and Recycling Service for 21-22.
I have Ray and Eric.
Questions?
Just a question.
Mhm.
How many bids do we get?
One.
Just the one?
One.
Eh, There's 2 or 3 others in the area that have been competing very strongly. Do you know if they even received you bids?
We've sent out, I'll
7.
have to look at the,
Okay.
we sent out to many different places.
Superior and others all?
Superior, yes,
Big
we did.
Top?
What's it? Yes.
Okay, all right, just checking. Thank you.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I need a motion to approve the consulting agreement between the Greenville Central School District and Needham Risk Management Resource Group for 21-22.
Eric, I need a second. Ray? Thank you.
Any discussion on Needham?
Pat, I have one thing.
Sure.
Tammy or Jan, do you know how the average number of hours we use on a yearly basis? Apparently, we're buying 225, right? According to the contract. Do we ever hit that? We have to buy more?
We've never been charged additional,
Okay.
but I would have to try to calculate all of the trainings and all of the work. I mean, just phone calls alone, asking for assistance, but we've never been charged beyond the
And
cost.
that's a good number, right?
Yeah, that, did it go up this year?
No.
No.
I believe it stayed the
Stayed the
same.
It's been the
Okay.
same for quite a while.
Thank you.
Eric?
Along those lines, I was wondering, as far as the 225 hours, was that the normal amount? Did it go up and so forth? And I'm hearing it went up a little. And is that, do you think he based it upon history?
I think the 225 hours has been the same,
That has been,
and the dollar amount has been the same. We can check for how many years it's been the same, but we have not, to my memory, ever been charged beyond that.
okay.
Any
Maybe
other?
we ought to try to, do you know, theoretically, do you know every time he or his team is active?
I don't know every time. I mean, he works with Rich, does training with his crew, so I have not.
Would Rich know all the time?
I mean, I would say that starting with the new year, we should try to track
Maybe
hours if that's the
formally, I mean,
request.
there's a couple of good questions. To be honest with you, I never really focused on that, but wouldn't hurt if we kind of kept track of it next year. You know, just quietly.
I mean, every year is different
If
too.
if we're only using
mean-
150 and it's not an extraordinary year for any reason,
You would be paying more with BOCES, even though that's aidable. I mean, we have compared it to other providers of this type of service. But we can track it.
In the last 2 years, we've been asking them a lot more questions because of COVID.
I believe.
yeah, I know, I'm not thinking we're getting cheated. I mean, if the questions are there, it makes sense to me. We ought to at least have an idea.
Well, I'll
about
talk to
how
him
many
too.
hours.
He may be tracking it. So we'll ask him.
He probably does. And they also do the safety meetings, aren't they?
Yeah.
Participate in a different couple committee meetings?
Safety committee, yep.
Yes,
Yeah, I know they're here a lot.
The
When we do
district-wide safety
tabletop,
plan.
They're here for that whole thing, and
the wellness committee.
Wellness, yeah.
Yeah, Tammy, just, I know you
if
said,
I don't have support from the rest of the guys, forget it.
No, you got,
no, I agree, I was going to agree with Tammy and Daphne. I assume that Needham is tracking it. They must know where
Yeah,
we
they
are.
know
So
what to do.
they might even know where, like, over the last year or 2 or 3 we've ended up. And I don't have a concern. I'm not hearing any concerns
I'll talk to
spoken.
them.
I think it's more just understanding where we end up relative to that number.
Okay.
is this a required service the district has to have?
A lot of the things he helps us with
Well, I know that. I
are
know-
required.
yeah, all those trainings and the
Right.
right to know.
God bless you.
So we would have to either contract those
Yeah.
per piece.
If it wasn't him, I would say with BOCES.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't mean to start a, oh, yeah, I did.
Anybody else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Duncan? Thank you.
I need a motion to approve the corrective action plan related to the federal awards finding in the 2021 Child Nutrition Cluster compliance requirement.
Okay,
We've
Eric and
discussed this
Tracy?
before. Anyway. Any
Yes.
questions on that? All in favor?
Aye.
And I'm not gonna vote for it again.
Do we have any indication of what's going to happen next year, if we will still get the extension of, right now we're providing free lunch, I believe, for everyone. So have there been any indication of what's going to happen for next year?
We've been talking with our child nutrition people, and the program that we're under now will end September 30th, so we're trying to find the other program. which is also free, but will go for the school year.
Okay.
So we're still working on it. They're still having troubles trying to figure out how to approach it to the schools. So I'm hoping soon.
With that, okay.
Okay, you got your vote on that one, right?
The code of conduct we have to do next.
Okay. I need a motion to approve the Code of Conduct Committee members.
Okay, I have Ray. I need a second. Dave, thank you.
Any questions?
I have a question. Just not about the committee itself so much as the code of conduct. If I remember from last year, I had a question about the code of conduct and was told that we'd already passed the review of it, and it was, I think, too late to provide any suggestions. When does that process start, and what is the opportunity for the board to provide input, if it has any, into the code of conduct?
I would say if you want something considered, to give it to me. Our first meeting is May 20th. And based on the board's suggestions last year, Jeff Honeywell will be attending that meeting. He's going to be doing his own review and making suggestions to the committee. And then the committee will also talk about, from their stakeholder perspective, if there's anything that needs to be looked at. So if you wanted to give that to me ahead of time, I would send it to Jeff, and it could be part of his review.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just had a quick question. Right now, we have one student on it. Are there plans to have a second student?
I will have to talk with the principals. We did remove the one that was a senior. So I will see if there's interest with another student.
Any other questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, I need a motion to approve the updated policy 6240, drug, tobacco, and alcohol abuse, the updated policy 6270, student organizations, the updated policy 6280, student publications, and the new policy number 9010, gender-neutral bathrooms.
Okay, I have Eric and Jay.
Any discussion on any of that? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion to approve surplus items, 2 ellipticals in the fitness center.
Eric, and a second. Ray, is that it? Okay, thank you.
Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Tammy, reopening guidance update.
Okay, so in April, the state gave us revised, updated guidelines, and a lot of those guidelines really, they were a significant number of pages, but they really were just repeating a lot of everything that was the same guidelines. And I think it was really an attempt to get some of the school districts who were 100% remote to really try to get those students coming back in person and hybrid. So we really looked at what we could do as a district from now to the end of the school year. These are not the guidelines for fall. I am being told that fall, they're going to name it fall reopening guidelines will be coming. So hopefully they will be coming soon. But we talked with the administrators of what could we do from now to the end of the school year without too much disruption. And the hope was, you know, the magic 3 feet is what was being talked about. But there are restrictions at the middle high school about that they have to stay in cohorts. Well, we do not have those students in cohorts. So it doesn't make sense to try to revamp schedules, and there's no way we can do it. Plus, based on the numbers, we fall under that requirement. So the 3 things that I have surveyed parents that I would like to move forward and plan to move forward with is PE. So right now, PE and music have been 12 feet apart. The guidelines now say that they can be 6 feet apart, which is where everyone else has been. So we have talked with the PE and the music teachers who are they've been asking for this. So they want it. So then we asked parents how they felt about it. So the first question was, I support changing Greenville's plan to allow for physical distance of 6 feet during music classes to include singing and playing an instrument while wearing masks. So we had 253 responses, and that was represented 342 students. So for the music, neutral to agree and strongly agree was 85% said yes. For the I support the Greenville plan to allow for physical distancing of 6 feet during physical education classes, again, from neutral, which was 7%, agree was 12%, strongly agree was 70%, so total from neutral to strongly agree was 89% said yes. And then our last questions, we're very concerned at the elementary school, they have been in a very small cohort. And students, they just need more interaction with other students. So we asked families, I support allowing elementary classrooms, when engaging in activities outside, so this is for outside, to be assigned one partner classroom, so to have them with one other cohort to help increase socialization. So for example, students wearing masks would be able to play with students in their partner classroom during recess, physical education, and/or class activities. So this was just elementary. We had 179 responses. For neutral was 6%, agree 8%, strongly agree 74%. So we had 88% from neutral to strongly agree, say yes, they support one class being engaged with a second class. So from the reopening guidelines, those are the 3 items that I would like to revise the reopening plan to allow those 3 activities for the rest of the school year.
Can you give me the music number again? I'm sorry.
Yep, the music was, I don't think I read all of them, so it was from neutral was 8%, agree 10%, strongly agree 67%, so the total was 85%. So obviously the balance did not agree. So unless there are concerns, I will be revising the plan online, and the music and PE teachers and Pete will be told that they can move forward with just those 3 changes. And hopefully a lot more come September. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Tammy. Next item is the draft of the 21-22 Board of Education calendar.
Okay, so the draft is in front of you. We'll ask you to approve it next month. So really, the big difference is for the date is the annual budget hearing. We had kept that at 7 last year, or this year, so that was what we did last week. We're going to shift that to 6:30. We think that's still enough time for potential new board members to make that meeting. So that's one change for your review. And then under presentation, I have taken the improvement calendar that you approved today and plotted them right in there so that we know what meetings that will happen. And then, of course, the budget has always been part of that. And I think it's been working well with us getting the agenda posted earlier than we had in the past to give everyone more time to review it. So those dates are when the agenda items are due to me and then when we will post it. So if you have any questions, let me know. Again, it will be on next month.
Okay,
Next one.
next one. Just a reminder, there is an additional Board of Education meeting on June 1st at 6 p.m.
At least I'm asking for there to be an additional. Pat's already gone for there will be.
There will be.
I'm asking, besides the ability to maybe add some appointments, one of the main reasons is the bid opening for the capital work. So I do not anticipate that this would be a long meeting. But our bid opening is May 25th, and this is for the renovation work at Ellis, those couple classrooms. With lead items, I would want that approved if the numbers come in as quickly as possible so that we do not lose the summer getting that work done. So time will be of the essence. Hopefully the numbers will come in that we can accept the bids. So the walkthrough is May 18th, the pre-bid walkthrough. So it's going in the papers. May 4th is when the documents went out to available contractors. So May 25th again is the available. So if you don't mind having a, on the shorter side meeting, I would appreciate that. Okay,
I'm sure we can get 4 people.
thank you.
Just a reminder, the annual vote and election is May 18th at the elementary school cafeteria from 1 to 9. And any topics for a future meeting? Nothing. Have you had any?
Double check. All the same people on, and I don't see any hands raised. YouTube? Still nobody? Okay.
Nothing?
And I have nothing in my email.
Okay. Nothing. Nope. Okay. Closing open forum, 15-minute closing open forum is open to the public. Anybody would like to have a comment or ask a question? If they think of anything, you can always contact Daphne.
Absolutely.
Okay, then we'll make a motion. I need a motion to adjourn to executive session.
Ray and Duncan?
We will then return to public session, but take no action and adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Yeah, thank you.
Shortest meeting of the year.